As soon as I get that. All right. Good evening, everyone. I'll be right with you. 1 second. Again, I'm going to have that timer. It'll be here shortly. I always just like to make sure it's live on LinkedIn and I get that little notification. Let's see. It's so professional when you're waiting on a cell phone to show it. There it is. All right. Hey, I am live on LinkedIn. Good. On LinkedIn, I get that little notification. All right. After all day work and doing some interviews, I actually do staffing during the day. And at night, I have to come up with some ideas. So tonight, I wanted to talk to you, and if this pertains to utilizing sales and how to use different platforms, utilizing your social media and also other platforms for sales that you probably haven't thought about it. And because every day I still do sales, at least 10 videos, and I'm going to explain that to you, a day to go out and target certain companies. It takes time. So if you're into sales, you don't have to be silenced. Like Allie, I can't wait. Once we talk, we had some problems with Wi-Fi today, but she's in Wisconsin, and I enjoyed talking with her. I'm going to have her back on the show, and we were talking about sales and what happens. Do you lay your salesperson off? Do you let them go? Because of the time frame that it's going to take you. And there's two different ways that you really can utilize if you really think outside the box with it. And the first one is with Facebook. Okay. What I always say is it's hard to make a video. Okay. You want to do it, but you want to make a short one, 30 seconds to 40 seconds at the most. All right. You want to get that message real quick within your first 15 to 20 seconds, what you're doing. All right. For an example, I'm going to say I did one today. This is my background. Hello, everyone. My name is Dave Wilson of Results Staffing. I offer direct hires, professional services, temporary staffing, social media consulting. And I know with everything going on today, let us help you. Here's my name number. Okay. Something similar to like that. So now I have that video. So if anybody has been on social media, from there you take it and you want to go into your ads manager and you want to create your ad with that. All right. Now you can post that on your page. Let it go. Don't worry about boosting that. Let everybody like it because that's okay. Let them see you. But the people that you want to target, that you really want to build your audience. So what I did today was I did that video again. And I'm trying different states because I want to try where I can find those direct hires that I do a lot of research on what profession is critical. So I take that ad and I direct it and I target the demographics, right? And then I target your interest, your basic who you're going after, right? There's a lot of different things in there, and that can take you for a while. All right. Click on the through plays. Now, some people will say, it doesn't work, different things. Don't listen. It works, whatever works for you. I don't listen to anybody else. I learn from them because I've tried it. But then when I hear somebody else, I'll be like, wow, that makes sense. Through play is you're only charged for the first 15 seconds. So if it's not watched within 13 seconds, you don't get charged for it. Listen to me again. If that person that's at home clicks on that and they listen to less than 15 seconds, you don't get charged. All right. Hey, Brian. So think about not getting charged there. That's the most important part. So place $25 to $50 down. Put it down, right? Let it go. Let it go for 5 to 10 days. Let it learn, let it build its path and see where your hits. Because it can go fast. Right now, it can go fast. Social media, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, and Facebook's probably going to hear it, and Alexa over here. hey, Joanne, Facebook right now, I am so irritated and I'm not going to go there because if you don't put a lot of money down right now, you're not getting anywhere. And I don't care what anybody says. Facebook, oof, and you know me that loves Facebook, but utilize that platform. So let me get back to that. So now let's just say I've targeted Alabama because for some reason, Alabama keeps coming up on my radar when I send videos across the states. It stops at Alabama, and that's what's very curious. And Dan, you explained to me why. So I'm going to go after some industries there. Now, my video goes out, right? And I let it run, and you click on it, and every time I see at the end of the week, I'm like, wow, look at all those 3 flows, right? Okay. Don't worry about, at least they watched 15 seconds. Now, your second video. So now you're going to go back, right? You go back. This is the greatest thing, and you're going to create your audience. So everybody, whether Brian and Joanne on there, you clicked on my video, right? Gotcha. I have you now. You've watched this right now. Let's just say if this was the video. So now this is what I do. So from there, I create my audience. All right. Then I do my second video. Now, the second video might be like, hey, this is Dave at Results Staffing. I also offer social media consulting. I also offer another service. You hear me out? So now you're going to have that. Now you have phase 2. Facebook, my great little thing here, right? Look at it, 1%, 2%, all the way up to 10%. All right. You can choose. And what I mean by that is I tried to figure out a way to explain it easy. If you were looking at a team lead, that would be 1%. 2% would be an assistant manager, 3% manager, 4% director, 5% regional, etc., all the way up, right? So now I have my first audience. So now let's say I want to get creative, right? And I want to go after their friends that are a little bit higher. So now if Brian on here that's watching right now says, Dave, I need an assistant director, I'm going to go back to that same audience, right? And I'm going to increase that 1%. You're going to see what I mean if you follow facebookblueprint.com. I'm going to increase that 1% because now what's going to happen is, guess what? If any of your friends are in there, right, that are, I don't like saying higher up or anything, but a higher up position basically, right? It's going to go to them. Also, yourself and them. All right. So you hear me out. So now you got your second audience, right? Think about that. You don't have to go up to, I've never gone up to 7, 8, 10, 9, 10%. Listen, if I was in medical or IT, and if I really knew what I was doing there yet, I'm not going to say I know. When I do learn that, it's going to be dangerous because then I can go after that. But it's so time consuming to do this. So now you've got your platform. Right there. They have listened to 15 seconds. You always have them. You're never going to lose them. So Brian and Joanne and all of them, they're going to be sitting on that couch, you know what, a week from now. And guess what? There's Dave again. It could target them at the same time, or it could go into another feed at another time when they're watching. That's how that works. So I wanted you to hear the first phase for sales of that. And that, you're talking now it's going to cost you about $50 to $100 for a smaller business to find, I'd say 5 candidates, 5 middle skilled candidates, about $100, because the other day I spent, I think it was $18 when about 15 minutes. I was like, what the heck just happened? 1 click cost me $4. What the hell's Facebook doing, man? $4 for 1 click, kind of like Indeed, and that's another story. So now, this is the most fascinating one if you're in sales or recruiting that you want to try to find somebody. And I'm telling you, if Vic was on here, he's going to know what I'm talking about. Did you know that I can take a video of myself, right? It does not matter anymore that we're working from home, right? It doesn't matter. I don't care what state you're in. It doesn't matter. We all talked about the gatekeeper, right? I was always told, how do you get past that gatekeeper? Throw your card in there. You know what? They throw it out. But you do get some that keep it, unless you do some quirky things and have fun with them. And that does work. I get it. That's the way it's always been. But the last company, my former, employer, I had that one individual that did not like that idea. He did not like it, and it's getting closer to where I'm going to tell him who he is. He didn't like that way to utilize social media for sales. And I always want to say to him, and I will say to him, how's it working for you now? Okay? Because if you take your grassroots and you take your social media, guess what? It's a team. It's a team that will blow you away. I have a 17-year-old intern working on the digital marketing right now, 17 years old. And he can take, so his primary thing right now for me is to look at all the staffing agencies, right? All of them, all 40 of them. And I know every single one of them. I know what you do, how it goes. He is designing an Instagram, let's just say, that's going to be out of this world, because he looks at the way it has been. He says, and he goes to me, he goes, oh my God, I'm going to make fun of this. But you see what I mean? That's a 17-year-old. I have to take an advice, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go with it, because that 17-year-old knows how to get to those candidates that you're looking for. Let's just say if you're looking for new IT techs, medical, they know how to get it, because I don't know. I'm tired. I am so tired of trying to figure things out anymore. Let me tell you, it's been years. It feels like it's nonstop. I know. I knew Brian would say that. You would catch that. That's coming, Brian. That's coming one day. I will say that. And I'm waiting for that day, but don't get me going. But think about that. I'm taking a 17-year-old and trusting him. Do what you do. Because at the end of the day, all I want is, that's why I named the company Results. That's what everybody wants, right? At the end of the day, I had a great boss, and she said to me, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you spend. Stay within the limits. Just show the results. So now you take that video, right? There's a way of doing it, and I'll give that away soon. You take one platform, and I'm able to send that video to anyone. I don't need your work email anymore. I will get in front of you with a non-PDF form, right? Introducing myself to you, right? Just to you. Your personal email, it won't get spammed. Sometimes it does. No, I'm sorry, it won't be a PDF, so it won't get spammed. So you'll see it, but if you really learn the keywords on your subject, they're going to trust you. So if I put on there, if I'm looking at Lehigh Valley, PA area, and I say right out, hey, my name's Dave Wilson, I'm brand new of a Results Staffing, check this out. They click on it on their cell phone even. Click on it, wow, there I am. So think about that. So right now I have 6 prospects. 6 right now. They're on the back burner. Some of them I made headway today. I followed up with one. I'm waiting. I was all excited yesterday. You know who you are. So I'm hoping they're watching this video. All it takes is that little HR, but I think they're going to go with it, because they realize with the video resume again, right? And the presence of right now the shows, what I'm doing here, utilizing someone else's platform to get my sales to you and costing you nothing, minimal. You'd be surprised. So think about that. You could sell a $1.4 million account over a 30-second video, and no different. Because if you put yourself out there right now, think about it. Do you trust me? Brian would say yes. You better say yes, Brian. Listen, I work hard. I work nonstop. I have to do all of it. Sales, marketing, accounting. It was all over the place today, interviews. But my point there is I'm still able to put sales in there and work with it. So 2 to 3 months from now, you might not need sales right now. And I know everybody's saying it, but guess what? I got my prospects already, and they're going to remember while you're sitting at home. If you're in sales, seriously, reach out to me. I'll explain some of it to you. I don't care. There's one person. I'm only one person. You can get your presence still known, because when you start back up, guess what? They're going to remember, hey, there's that man, right? There's that guy on the video. Who was that? Who was that guy with the video? Because I love my military. Who was that guy? So you see, my point is, Think about it. They're going to remember you. So it's no difference when you start back up 3-4 months from now, your sales will still be there. So on that note, I'm going to let everybody go. And one more thing about the video resume is, listen, I've sent it out. I've talked about it before, but I also want to tell you that I offer it now. So what I mean by that is I'm a licensed seller, to where if you need video resumes and not staffing, and I'm going to do that another time, I can make a deal for you with this and make a special plan with you for video resumes for schools. I know you can't have me out, but you can still see me. Companies that don't use staffing, right? Reach out to me. I'll develop a plan for you and a pricing plan that will blow you away. So on that note, everybody, Brian, thanks. I enjoy working with Brian. He's a great guy, and they trust me over there, and they know I'll find the right client. So everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. I still have to place some ads out there. So talk to everybody soon. Hey, I've got a great guest tomorrow. One of the most fantastic. I'm going to announce it in the morning.